Roger.
Sniper 3 ready. Nose clearance, Outlaw 4-2 flight, ready to copy clearance to North Warren with information Alpha.
Outlaw 4-2, nose clearance, cleared North Warren via the Dream 2 departure, then it's file. Squawk 6001 sequential, departure frequency will be 273.55.
Squawk 6001 sequential, departure 273.55, Outlaw 4-2.
Outlaw 4-2, read that correct. Contact ground on 275.8 prior to taxi.
Outlaw 4-2. Outlaw 4-2, flight go button 3. 2. Nellis ground, Outlaw 4-2, flight ready for taxi with Alpha. Outlaw 4-2, Nellis ground, taxi Foxtrot Alpha, cross runway 03 left, hold short 03 right. Taxi Foxtrot Alpha, cross 03 left, hold short 03 right, Outlaw 4-2. Outlaw 4-2, rolling. Sniper 3 rolling. Takeoff checklist, brakes. Jet okay, accumulator pressure up. Fuel. At normal feed, auto transfer, dump off. Feed tanks full. Bingo set. Canopy down, lights out. Lights out up here. Seat arms, top and bottom, command eject aft. I'm armed, top and bottom, showing MCO in the window. All on. All circuit breakers set. All minor set. Master test. On. Spy guide. Normal. Compass. Compass set. Standby gyro is red. Switch tower. Wings. 20 degrees. Auto. Both lights out. Flaps and slats. Up. Spoilers and anti-skid. Spoiler module on. Spoiler brake selected. Trim. Set. 000. Harness locked. 5 locked. Control. I'll get it on the runway. All warning and caution lights out. Fighter out. Ready to go? Ready. Outlaw check. 2. Nellis Tower, Outlaw 4-2 holding short runway 03 right for departure. Flight of 2. Outlaw 4-2 Nellis Tower, wind 210 at 10, clear for takeoff, runway 03 right. Clear for takeoff 03 right, Outlaw 4-2. Here comes the wind out, left, aft. departure, Outlaw 42, flight with you, north 4. Outlaw 14, Dallas departure, radar identified, climb to 7,000, maintain 250 knots, color heading 344, over truck stop, and resume on navigation. 7,000, maintain 250 knots, follow heading 344, over truck stop, Outlaw 42. Climb to 7,000 feet, then we'll turn left to intercept the Boulder 344 radial. We'll climb to pass Juno at or above 17,000 feet, then we'll turn east to enter the Elgin corridor. Our route will take us over Ram, Moose, and Elks, and then we'll enter the range at Gate 4 at Bighorn. Roger that, we're right behind you.
Attention Debrief. This is the first flight of the Zone 5 campaign. The scenario is 1v1, one fighter versus one bandit. Sniper 3, you will be fighting Gator in Outlaw 42, and after this briefing you can get together with him for details. To simplify maintenance support, we only brought our F-16s and F-5s on this jet, so you will not see the A4 Skyhawk. On this first flight, you'll face the F-5 Tiger II, which is a good simulator of the MiG-21. As far as weapons, both aircraft will use internal guns only. This will provide you with the most engaged time and the most intense learning experience. You've already had the Nellis Course Rules lecture, so you should be comfortable operating here. But since this is your first flight of the program, Gator will be the lead. Your call sign will be Outlaw 42-2. The Bandit will only lead this event. In the future, you or your wingman will be the flight lead. Before you arrive at the range, you will need to perform a G-awareness maneuver, or G-warm. This is a requirement before every ACM training flight. I'm sure you do them in your squadron, and here's what we expect. You will be flying at least 300 knots. Preferably 350. When cleared, slide out 2 miles abeam. When you're stabilized, begin a smooth, firm pull to at least 4G and hold it for 90 degrees of turn. In case you're wondering, turn towards your flight lead. Ease the G in reverse, then again pull to at least 4G. Be sure to maintain sight throughout these maneuvers. When you've completed your second turn, call complete on the radio. Gator will knock out his G-awareness maneuver when he can. Gator will check in with Blackjack, the range controller, and Showtime, the range training officer, at Gate 4, Bighorn. Then you will proceed to Point India. Once in the area, Gator will establish you at 23,000 feet and 350 knots. He will tell you to take separation and you'll move out to 1.5 miles. When you're established and ready to begin the fight, call Speed and Angels. Gator will then call for tape recorders and fights on. Give it your best turn-in to accomplish the head-on pass. I'm sure you've already thought about your game plan, but be ready to evaluate what the bandit is doing. He may make a move that causes you to change your plan. Your F-14 is superior to the F-5 in almost every measure, but he can challenge you by giving up energy for angles, to intimidate you, or maybe get a shot, and by taking advantage of any mistakes you make. If the F-5 appears to be gaining, evaluate his energy as discussed in the 1v1 lecture. I hope you watched that video in preparing for this program. We expect you to operate as a crew. Rios, be ready to operate the dogfight modes of the radar, to tell your pilot airspeed, or do whatever it takes to make your Tomcat more lethal. In future events, we'll have a scenario and you'll be assigned a fighter mission, but not this time. The purpose of this flight is to concentrate on your close-in maneuvering skills. The first fight will continue until Gator calls knock it off, unless you experience a safety issue or run low on fuel. Then you can call knock it off. After the knock it off, Gator will get a fuel check from you and then expect to re-establish the start parameters for the second engagement. When Gator calls RTB, join up and he will lead you back to Nellis. Remember, go ahead and switch the master arm on and actually take the shot at the Bandit. It's a game and it's cool to blow stuff up. And the Bandit pilot, well, he'll be okay and he'll join you later at the club. Good luck. Let's review the training rules. We need 5 miles visibility and 15,000 feet between cloud layers. Hard deck is 500 feet. Soft deck is 5,000 feet. There's no slow speed, high AOA maneuvering below the soft deck. Of note, these numbers are for the game. The decks in actual flying are higher. You need to perform a G-awareness maneuver before starting ACM. All aircraft need operable UHF and ICS if two-seaters, and must monitor guard. Nordo aircraft, rock your wings and proceed to Coyote B, orbit at 15,000 feet. If no one joins on you, follow the Nordo recovery procedures in the in-flight guide. Remember, monitor showtime and blackjack frequencies while on the range. There's a 500-foot bubble around all aircraft. 9,000 feet is the minimum for head-on aim 9 shots. There's a 1,000-foot minimum for guns, and no head-on gunshots. Head-on, pass left to left, but don't cross flight path to get there. Nose high aircraft goes high. Upsun aircraft is responsible for collision avoidance. Offensive aircraft monitor the altitude of a defensive aircraft. Don't make blind lead turns. Echo all knock it off calls. If someone's approaching guns on you, don't dispense flares. An additional note, monitor your fuel closely, and remember we have 2 tankers on station if you get low on fuel. The details are on your kneeboard cards. There's no need to push the limits. Now take a minute to go through the stall spin procedures for your aircraft.
Alright, Bozo, we're approaching the range. Let's do the G1. Sniper 3, G1.
On at 6. Go get him.
Outlaw 4-2, G-warm.
.330 knots. 2 o'clock. Roger. Switching to fixed point. Party time. 400. Oh, he's dead now. Closing. Pew pew! Closing. Roger. Switching to initial point. 9 o'clock. Speed's looking 370. 8 o'clock.
Okay, Bozo, let's do the fence-in check. I'll call out the checklist items. Sidewinder
400.
Radio and ICS volumes. Send. Roll SAS. On. Alpha computer circuit breaker in. Fuel switches. Auto, normal, bug out set. Weapon select. Set. ACM guard. Up. Gun rate. High. Sidewinder coolant. On. Missile prep. On. Missile mode. Normal. Master arm.
Here we go. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
On. PDCP. Air to air. Mills. Plus 53. G-suit. Checked. Seat and rudder pedals.
Come on, show Show me some of that pilot shit. 430 knots.
Adjusted. Flat belts.
You're right behind him.
Secure. Loose gear. Stowed. Sniper 3, fence in.
2 o'clock. 400. $370. $1 o'clock. $1 o'clock. $12 Passing 340. Speed 370.
Outlaw 42, flight approaching Blackjack. Switch button 14. 2. Outlaw check. 2. Blackjack, Outlaw 42, flight checking in this frag.
Outlaw 42, Blackjack, radar contact. You are cleared at gate 4. Your discretion. Altimeter 2963. Requested squawk mode 3 tactical. Stand by for words.
Outlaw 42, we'll go. 2963.
We're on his 6. Closing. 400.
All patrol in the clear. The range is not in use. How copy?
Outlaw 42, copy all.
Speed 360. Ooh, piece of candy. Closing.
Sniper 3, let's check in with showtime on button 1. Button 1, Sniper 3.
Roger.
Well, check. 2. Showtime, Outlaw 42, flight checking in this frag. Outlaw 4-2, showtime. Your pod is tracking. Proceed to India. Showtime. Outlaw 4-2, Voco. Sniper 3, establish a separation of 1.5 miles abeam on my right side, then call when ready. Sniper 3 will go.
Nine o'clock. Eight o'clock. Eight o'clock.
Sniper 3, speed and angels on the right.
8 o'clock.
Speed and angels on the left. Recorders on. Flight's on.
$12 o'clock. $12 o'clock. $5 o'clock low. 3:20. 1 o'clock low. 12 o'clock low. 370. 8 o'clock high. 300. 12 o'clock. 240. 12 o'clock low. Looking like 290. Looking good, we're on a 6. We're on a 6. Speed is 240. Speed 210. On a 6, keep it up. Come on, man, 12 o'clock. We're at 270. Coming up on 330.
Turn her down.
He's right in front of us. And that's 240.
Outlaw 4-2, knock it off.
Bandit is down.
Sniper 3, knock it off. Sniper 3, good job. Now proceed to India and rejoin at Angels 2-3. Sniper 3 will go.
Roger, switching to our surface target.
Sniper 3, establish a separation of 1.5 miles abeam on my right side, then call when ready. Sniper 3 will go.
$10 o'clock. $8 o'clock. $8 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Sniper 3, speed and angels on the right. Outlaw 4-2, speed and angels on the left. Recorders on, fight's on.
$12 o'clock, 420 knots. $12 o'clock high. $6 o'clock low. Speed's looking good, 370. 290, sorry, 280. 6 o'clock low. 190, we're a little slow. 12 o'clock low. Hey man, we're getting slow, 140. Way too slow, man. 12 o'clock low. 220. 8 o'clock high, and that's 240. 6 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock low. Passing 270. 4 o'clock high. 1 o'clock high. 6 o'clock low. Speed 230. 8 o'clock. Passing through 190. 12 o'clock. 210. 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock high. He's coming left. Okay, 230 now. 12 o'clock high. 12 o'clock high. 190. Passing 140. 3 o'clock low. 11 o'clock low. Speed up or we'll stall. 240. Speed's 290. 12 o'clock low. 240 knots. 12 o'clock high. We're slow at 180. 12 o'clock. 200. Looking good. Now take him out. Speed 240. Speed's 270. He's on our 12 sharp. 230 knots. Speed's 140. We're too slow. $12 o'clock low. Careful, we're at 120. Okay, that's 190. 240 knots. We're on the 6. Time to clean them and fry them. Passing 220 now. Slow at 170. Watch the stall, man. 3 o'clock. 180, we're a little slow. 1 o'clock low. 240. Passing through 190. He's on our 12. Ain't gonna get better than that. .210 knots. 4 o'clock high. 240. 3 o'clock. Passing 280. Let's turn the tide, man. Coming left. $10 o'clock. Passing through 190.
Sniper 3, knock it off.
4 o'clock. $3 o'clock. $1 o'clock.
Sniper 3, join up for RTB. Sniper 3 will go.
Okay, there's 220. .240.
I've completed my fence out checks. Master arm on, fenced out. Sniper 3, fence out. 142, fence out.
We're Joker fuel.
Nice job, Sniper 3. 4 complete. Let's RTB. We'll leave the range at gate 4. Check your fuel state. Sniper 3 will go. Show showtime. Outlaw 4-2
Okay.
checking out.
Switching to initial point.
Outlaw 4-2, showtime. Copy that.
Sniper 3, go button 14. Button 14, Sniper 3. Contact Outlaw 4-2 flight, North War complete. Cleared to open Elgin corridor.
Outlaw 4-2, blackjack. Copy. You are cleared to RCB.
Our egress route is almost identical to our ingress route. We'll descend to 13,000 at RAM, then check in with Nellis approach. We'll pass Apex at 4,500, then descend to 3,500 for the initial. We fly overhead the inside runway, then brake right to enter the pattern. Wilco?
Okay, we're on. He's right in front of us, showing 420.
Your first mission is complete. I hope it was everything you expected and more. If the flight admin procedures seem complex, don't worry, you'll get used to them. You'll have a few relatively quiet minutes each flight while you RTB. Take the time to think about how it went and get yourself ready for the debrief. Think about your game plan. You should always start with a game plan, although you may have to adjust it once things get going. Was it a good plan? How well did you execute? How well did you adjust? In this 1v1, did Gator show you any surprises? The F-14 is superior to the F-5, but Gator knows a few tricks that can intimidate a Tomcat pilot in Rio if they don't have good SA of their own energy state and the F-5's energy. The debrief will go over the flight in detail and will emphasize learning points. It's an extremely valuable part of the fighter tactics and weapons program.
Outlaw 42 flight, switch button 6. Dash 2, button 6. Outlaw check. 2. Nellis approach, Outlaw 42 flight at Ram with Bravo for the overhead full stop. Outlaw 42, radar contact. Continue inbound Nellis. Expect the overhead runway 21 left. Contact Nellis Tower at the initial. Outlaw 42, will go. 558 at Papa, 3 miles south of Mo Alpha. Requesting Bravo transition to North Las Vegas Airport. X11 knots approach, roger. Reduce speed, maintain 250 knots.
Dash 2 flight, switch tower. Dash 2 switching. Well, check. 2. Dallas Tower, Outlaw 42 flight, initial for the overhead, full stop. Outlaw 42, Dallas Tower, cleared for the overhead, runway 21 left. Outlaw 42. 2, go echelon left. 2.
Outlaw 42 beam, gear, full stop. Gear. Outlaw 42, clear to land 21 left, wind 210 at 10. Outlaw 42, clear to land 21 left. Down and locked. Flaps. Pull down. DLC. Engaged. Hook. Up. Harness locked. Locked. Speed brakes. Out. Brakes. Brakes checked. Accumulator pressure up. Spoiler brake selected. Fuel. Checked. Sniper 3, abeam, gear, full stop. Sniper 3, cleared to land, 21 left. Sniper 3, cleared to land, 21 left. Sniper 3, Nellis Tower, clear the active via Bravo, contact ground. Sniper 3 will go. Dallas ground, Sniper 3, clear of active on Bravo.
Sniper 3, Dallas ground, taxi Bravo to Foxtrot.
Taxi Bravo to Foxtrot,